Gino Corsi is the ultimate choice for all of your real estate needs. With a wealth of experience and a deep understanding of local neighborhoods, Gino consistently goes above and beyond to find the perfect home or investment property for his clients. When you choose Gino Corsi as your realtor, you're choosing a trusted partner who will guide you every step of the way to your real estate goals. Are you ready to love where you live?
Hey everyone, it's Gino Corsi with Triple Diamond Real Estate, and I'm so excited to officially announce that I am now a proud sponsor of Missouri State Ice Hockey. When you work with me, you're not only getting a reliable realtor, but also contributing to the growth of our community through local sports. So give me a call if you're ready to team up and find your dream home while cheering on our Missouri State Ice Bears.
Thank you. So, why Springfield? I get asked that a lot, and I choose to live here because Springfield is a place that I can enjoy the life I want.
I love the outdoors.
We can be on the lake in just a short drive.
It only takes me 10 minutes to get to work.
Or off to anywhere in the world.
I know my kids will be safe and well educated.
There are really good job opportunities after graduation.
I'm able to work remotely and create on a high level.
The healthcare options in this area are incredible.
The options for housing and cost of living are so affordable.
We have room to create.
I love to experience the excitement of sports.
Can't beat the food.
Or the drinks.
Why Springfield? Because all the pieces you need to create your own story are here. The only thing missing is you.
While there are many great veterans organizations that help our wounded warriors, it's invisible wounds that go unrecognized, leading to addiction, brokenness, and often suicide. The Warriors Journey is a nationally recognized veterans nonprofit headquartered here in Springfield, Missouri. Our programs have helped over 15,000 warriors face those invisible challenges, saving thousands of lives and restoring countless families. No paperwork, no red tape. Learn more at twj.org or text us at 213-TWJ-HELP.
Pride. It is very common for one to associate the word pride with the lions of the Serengeti. But if you make your way to the Ozarks in North America and follow a migration trail that runs straight to Bear Boulevard, you'll find another unique and perhaps superior specimen, also associated with the term pride, the Missouri State Bear. While this bear sports truly unique plumage in the fall, it's the signature maroon and white coat that differentiates this bear from other lesser species.
Hectic here trying to get things straightened out, but we have done it. You have not missed much, just a minute into this hockey game, and it is no score. No shots, in fact, on the boards yet. It'll be Kansas with a drive in by George Bullard. Shot is blocked, and the rebound will be taken by Missouri State. They'll have it, bring it across the line, Eddie Bossler. There in their dark uniforms are the Ice Bears. We'll go over the starting goaltenders for you in just a moment. But opening night for Missouri State Division III, and we are glad that we are finally on the air for you. 17:40 remaining in this period. Lucas Nessa with it. Puck stolen, chipped out away from Jamison McGrath. And here come Kansas with a drive in, and it's stopped by the starting goaltender for the University of Kansas. That is Ben Olson. Olson in one game, he's 1-0 with a 1.0 goals against average, giving up one goal on 22 shots this season. Kansas comes in at 2-0. They had an 11-1 win versus Drake last Friday and a 9-2 win on Saturday. And Missouri State in net, they will start with Espen Rieger, the senior, out of Foxborough, Massachusetts. Last season in 17 games, he was 13-3-2 with a 2.62 goals against average and a .918 save percentage. So puck down in low. Ice Bears trying to work it, and getting pulled off the play was Adam Sprock. It goes behind the net. Here is Zach Zadikis. Puck is out to center ice, and it's Nick Woolington with possession. Mentioned 2 games for the University of Kansas, and we'll go over the goal scorers in that game. But Kansas, in game 1, I mentioned 11-1. Rowan Vaughn with 5 goals. Nick Hanlon had 1 goal and 2 assists. Rowan Vaughn with 2 goals. Hudson Huber, Braxton Landis, Thompson Krugel, all a goal each. And Ben Olson, as I mentioned, stopping 21 of 22 shots. Game 2 was Brett Siddons with a goal and 3 assists. John Finney had a goal and an assist. Nick Woolington, 2 goals and an assist. And Kai Vetter stopped 20 of 22 shots. For Missouri State, they finished 16 last season in the ACHA Division III regular season ranking, but they were bumped from nationals due to auto bids. They made it all the way to the Mid-America Collegiate Hockey Association finals last season in February, and they lost 4-3 in double overtime to Dordt University. So the Ice Bears are hoping to make it this season into the postseason. Line change for Kansas. Puck is at center. And here come the Ice Bears. Zach Forrestal will drive it in. Now a shot hit the crossbar. Alex Ringhofer with a blast in that hit the crossbar. And a drive returned by Luke Nexa, and it's cleared out to center ice, and the Ice Bears are changing. So they don't have who they wanted out there just yet. And here's Zach Forrestal. Forrestal still with it. One of the captains for the Ice Bears. Coming up, first period intermission guest, Cody Blevins, head coach, and then we'll talk to Tyler Culleton in the second period. 2 shots officially recorded for Missouri State. So the Ice Bears hope that what happened to their Division I counterparts, as the Ice Bears come away with a big win, the Division I squad does, and they, for the Division III, hope that they're going to pull the same thing off. Let's see what happens. A big 6-2 victory for Missouri State. Here's Harry Elbis with a drive. 13:54 remaining. A shot score from up top. Travis Breyer will get his first goal, and it is 1-0 in favor of Kansas. So the visitors get the goal first. So Breyer with the shot up top. This one coming at 6:10 of the period. We'll hear the announcement coming up. Last year, Missouri State scored the first goal of the game in 16 of 30. They do not do it here. I'm not sure if we are going to have any PA announcements. Shots are 2-2. And apparently not. So we are on our own when it comes to goal scorers here. Across the line for Zach Sadakis. Far side.
Goal for Kansas to number 8, Travis Breyer. Assist to number 2, Harry Ives, and number 3, Blake Bowerly.
So that's your assists. I called a name. Harry Ives is apparently who it is. The 12:25 remaining in the period, and a 1-0 lead for Kansas. Top of the slot shot put home by Travis Breyer. That is his first of the season. In fact, that's his first point. For the junior out of Seneca, Illinois. So Kansas, who comes in scoring 20 goals in 2 games. They've only given up 3, actually 21 if you count this other one here. Bouncer comes in to Espen Rieger. He'll hold on. Stoppage in play with 11:35 to go in the period. Draw 1, far side boards. Still in the Missouri State end. Appreciate you tuning in, as we have had all sorts of connection issues. And Missouri State hoping to connect with a goal here. Drive comes in, Colton Reedman. Puck is cleared back out to center ice. 10:30 remaining in the period and a 1-0 lead for Kansas. They change quickly. Now the Ice Bears will have possession with Tyler Culleton. Line change for Kansas. Puck kept in. Sent down in low in the Missouri State zone. But the Ice Bears are able to grab and bring it across the line. They'll quickly get it through. Puck taken, but intercepted by the Ice Bears' Trevor Alexander. First game for Missouri State this season. Kansas has played 2. Coming in and getting a drive is Will Cassou. Good stop there by Olsen. Cassou last year, he was 3rd in scoring, 34 points. Drive comes in, it is deflected wide. Line change for the Jayhawks. Back in the Missouri State end for Aiden Burke. Burke, the sophomore out of St. Peters, Missouri, and the Ice Bears bring it a 3-on-2 across the line, but it deflected off the skate of Hudson Huber and goes back down to the Missouri State end, and they'll set it up all again for Forstall. Deflected away by Breyer, the goal scorer. Here come the Ice Bears. Kansas in a line change. It will be Isaac Cooper across the line. Gets help on the backside now. Works it behind Eddie Horrell. Still a scrum for it behind the net. Coming in is Jamison McGrath. Stick gets knocked down. Drive in, blockered away as Forstall got the shot. Rebound out to center. And Missouri State with possession in their own zone. Hunter Finley. Across the line. Here is a drive that gets deflected by Breyer. Shot by Jacob Horrell, turned aside. 7:59 remaining in the period. So Missouri State with their first weekend series at home in a while to open up the season. Puck out to center. Line change for Missouri State. Here's Blake Hearn, but the Ice Bears intercept. 7:09 to go in the period. What has become a fast period, believe it or not. Now in across the line, not able to clear though, was Jacob Cohen, and Zach Sicardi in too soon. Offside will be the call. .655 remains in the period, a 1-0 lead. If you joined us late, KU at 6:10 of the period, Travis Breyer. The assist to Evis and Beverly, I believe, or Bowerly, that is, who got the assist. So the Ice Bears trying to claw their way back. The goal by Breyer is his first of the season. But for Missouri State, still a little worse for the wear playing somebody other than themselves, at least in practice. Puck sent down to the KU end behind the net. Waiting for it is Braden Shrewy. It's cleared out to center ice though, and the Ice Bears will set it up. The 6 to make that 5:55, and the clock rolling. 1-0. Missouri State trails. Forrestal gives it to Tyler Culleton. Down in low. Cutter Eifert sends it over to the far side. Tried to drop it down low, did Culleton, and it deflects off the skate of Wollington. We come the other way. Here is Thompson-Krugel. Up top, nobody there except for the white jerseys of Daniel Ignachev. Drive comes in, low along the goal line, covered up by Espen Rieger. Change for both teams as we get ready to start this face-off, which is in the Missouri State end of the ice. If you're wondering, the Ice Bears are wearing the black jerseys tonight. Normally they wear their white unis, but they're not for tonight. Down to 5 minutes remaining. Line change for KU. Sending it back on his knees is Sidikis, as Missouri State will set things up by sending it all the way down for an icing call. That will set it up for a face-off in the Missouri State zone. Well, joining us, it's a rare privilege that I get to have the head coach of the Missouri State Ice Bears Division I team, and Tom Winkler, joining us. Tom, welcome.
I figured I'd drop in on you.
Yeah, you know, we can talk about a couple of things. One of them being that Division I won by a count of 6-2. For folks that didn't see that game, yes, you won 6-2, but you had outshot McKendree by a lot, and it was still a close game.
Yeah, we got a little bit of separation there in the third period, and you know, we had several grade A chances early on that we didn't convert on, and I think that gave them a lot of confidence, and they kept grinding, and they played hard, credit to them. But like I said, we got some separation at the end, so you know, we'll take it.
And here come the Ice Bears. As they'll send it in, the return pass is moved out to center ice. Well, Scott, our producer, is not able to control this game, so I'm doing it all myself. A lot of internet issues right now. I can see him, and he's probably pulling his hair out.
I thought I caught you off guard because you got like 5 things going on at once, so I don't want to be a distraction and take away from this game.
It's okay. At least I have somebody to talk in between my trying to figure things out that's going on here. But yeah, you know, it's, as we get a stoppage and play here for an offside, it's one of those things where, yes, it's game 1, and you did have some exhibition games early on, but it's good, like I've mentioned with Division III, it's good to play somebody other than yourselves in practice, but when it means something, you get the win.
Yeah, and it's obviously, you know, we had 3 good weeks of practice before the exhibition games, and it, you know, the guys get tired of beating up on each other, and then, you know, we play those exhibition games against the Junior Blues. That's a nice play there, nice shot from the point. You know, we play those exhibition games, and it's tough on our guys because it's a lose-lose, so to speak, where we're expected to win, and if we win big, we look bad. If we don't win big, we look bad, and you know, it's tough for the guys, and there's always a lot of credit to the Junior Blues kids. They come out and play really hard. They want something to they've got something to prove, so you know, it's great to get those games in. I would have not been very comfortable going into this McKendree series not having actually any game time under our belt, so we do have some things to work out, that's for sure, but you know, it's a good start.
now you get a chance to come and watch Division III, which is kind of rare. I mean, you're doing so much other things, but you actually get a chance to kind of watch this a little bit.
I love these double headers. I really do. I enjoy coming out, and these kids work just as hard, and they deserve a lot of credit and a lot of support. And you know, Cody and his staff do a fantastic job, and so it is nice. It's nice to wrap up. It's a little easier when you win to come up and watch these games. You can enjoy it a little more. So kind of wrapped up our post-game stuff pretty quick so we could get up here and watch this one.
Right now, Missouri State trailing, and that's something that the Ice Bears had not done for at least half of the games this season, Division III that is. We're going to get a first penalty of the game.
That's interference, big time. Oh, he called the hook. That's all right.
Either way.
Steve, you got a million things going on here.
I do.
Just don't ask me to do play-by-play. That was definitely a penalty. I would have called interference. Joey Holmes called a hook, so Homer's a good ref. He's one of my favorites.
So fresh 2 minutes on the board. Missouri State will have their first power play opportunity. We'll see what happens here. 1:43 remains in the man advantage. Shot comes in and good save there.
2 minutes for hooking.
So they're going to call hooking as Missouri State continues on the power play. Yeah, unfortunately, trying to figure this all out as we get a stoppage here. And a line change for both teams, 1:16 remaining.
How did the first goal go in? I didn't see that, Steve. I wasn't out here yet.
You're making me remember. So up top at the Ice Bears Bearhead, there was a shot that basically beat everybody through traffic. I'll try to update the shots here when I can. But it's very difficult to try to be the producer and do play-by-play at the same time. That's what happens when, unfortunately, things just do not connect properly.
Yeah, it's a battle here sometimes. We get it too. That could have been another trip.
As Cooper gets upended, play continues. Drive up the middle, missing wide was Will Cassou. May have been deflected wide too. Power play, another 38 seconds.
They've had good zone time. Kept the puck in.
Here's Cassou once again with a drive that misses wide over to the far side. Nice spin around by Cooper. Gets by one, gets by two. Oh, he's doing even more as losing his stick is Blake Hearn. Puck now with 12 seconds remaining in the power play. Outlet goes to Huber. And now it connects with Rowan Vaughn. 3 seconds remaining. We're back to 5-on-5. 20 seconds to go in the first period.
Lots of zone time on that power play, Steve. That should build up a little bit of momentum here.
Across the line, looking for something is Forrestal. Puck is with 5 seconds shot in, and that should do it for the period. And Tom, you talked about zone time, but how much of having zone time versus actually making something happen? At what point do you start to get a little, I don't want to use the word frustrated, but,
yeah.
you know.
Well, it's you know what, obviously you get a power play and you want to score, and you look at teams that are successful and winning teams, they usually have a 1 out of 4 or 1 out of 5 power play percentage. If you can get in that 20 to 25% range, you're most likely a top team in your league, whatever league you're playing in. But if you're not scoring, you got to create momentum out of it. And zone time is a huge thing, because the longer you're in the zone and moving the puck and creating, it wears down that other team. They're defending. They get stuck defending. It's hard to make changes. And even if you don't score but you control that play, the next line comes out and they're trying to get a change, and you've done a job as far as taking that positivity and that confidence of controlling the puck and moving the puck, and again going back to having that zone time, that it leads to, again, changing that momentum and keeping that momentum going that you should create on the power play. So even if you're not successful at scoring, you can still be really successful if you accomplish those things.
Tom Winkler, head coach of the Division I squad. Well, we'll take a break and we'll hear from the Division II coach coming up in just a moment. We'll hear from Cody Blevins. We're back at Brightspeed Ice Park. Steve Casson now talking with the head coach of the Missouri State Division III Ice Bears, and Cody Blevins. And Cody, last year you finished number 16 in the final rankings, 24-6-2 record. That to me is good enough to go to nationals, but unfortunately it didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, we had a great regular season, even through the MACA playoffs, losing the championship game in double overtime. But yeah, at the end of the day, there are two teams that got auto bids in. We actually were number 15 because Notre Dame opted out of nationals, and they were like number 5 or 6 in the country. So we moved up to 15, but then 15 and 16 both got bumped due to auto bids for other conferences. So I mean, it is what it is. We know every year going into the season what's at stake, and I felt like we had a really good win-loss ratio, but some of the losses really hurt us to teams that were ranked severely below us. So we did it to ourselves, if you want to say that. But at the end of the day, it was a successful season. So,
and it's been a season that's been similar to other seasons in the past, where you had that long extended win streak. Maybe you lose a game or two, but everything's fine, and you don't run into the scenario that you ran into here. And of course, everybody knows the history where you've made it to the Final Four before, and then lo and behold, you play Arkansas, kind of a scenario. But it just goes to show you that things can be different any way you slice it in Division III. I'm sure going to postseason is something on your mind this year.
Yeah, I mean, it got to a point where, before we made the Final Four and we've made nationals a little more consistency, it was, hey, let's make MACA playoffs. That's our goal this year. Let's do well there. Well, now it's not even a hey, this is our goal as nationals. Like, nationals is it now. So, the guys in the leadership group, and bringing back a lot of returners, a lot of junior seniors. Hopefully, they got the push here, and they know what's at stake. And we just got to win more games on Saturdays. Last year, I think we lost one Friday game all year, but we could not win a Saturday game to save our lives. So hopefully it flips this year, and guys are ready to go.
One of the things about this team is if you score the first goal of the game, you win half your games. 16 of 30 games you won last year scoring first.
Yeah, I think that's a key component. We always tell our guys, the worst time to give up a goal is with a minute into the game and a minute left in the period, or minute into the period, minute left in the period. But usually our guys, they jump pretty early, and when we do, and we get that, what's the word I'm looking for? You get the feels of like, hey, this is our game here, let's go, and guys hammer down. When you said basically 50% of the time we score first, so hopefully we can get on the board a little earlier, a little quicker this year, and make that 20 out of 30 or 22 out of 30 or something like that.
Cody Blevins, head coach of Missouri State Division III. This is now coming into your 9th season, I believe, as head coach. 10th season.
10th season. This will be the start of it.
I will have to update my stats here.
My first year was 2016-2017.
Okay.
So counting that season, this would be the start of my 10th season.
Okay, so I'm technically right. 9 until tonight, and then
yeah. This is the start of the 10th, but no, just finished up 9. It's been really fun. I couldn't imagine coaching anywhere else. Excuse me. I got my 150th career win last year.
Yep.
Now the next goal is 200, and I think with the teams that we keep recruiting between Jeremiah, BJ, and I, and the kids in the locker room getting their buddies and stuff like that, I think those wins are going to continue to go up.
Now this season a little, I don't want to call it different, strange, whatever it may be, but just 2 new players. One of them's not really new. He's played for another team in this building, but with Tyler Jardine and then now defenseman Hunter Finlay.
Yeah, no, we're really excited about Hunter. I think he's really excited too. Had a weird year last year with injuries. Only got to play a handful of games. So him coming back in, he's been great. He's loved it. He communicates a lot. So very, very good there. And Tyler, we're excited for Tyler. He showed up at tryouts. We had a kind of a weird year at tryouts. Not a whole lot of kids showed up like we normally do. So he got the call this year, and he's on there and he's working hard. So that's all we can ask from him.
And on the plus side, you have pretty much a team that you've it is a 98% of a team that you've coached last season, so they know what to expect. You know what to expect. Is it more like, okay, we don't have to wait till 5 games in the season to figure out if we gel? We kind of know we can.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of last year, we knew Braden Harwell's my senior. He was going to be gone. And then due to some unforeseen circumstances, Landon Kober had to, go back to St. Louis and go back home. That one happened a little late in recruiting, so that was, hard to find someone to replace him there, which Finley coming in really helped that aspect out. But no, I mean, our lines for the most part are going to stay the same. My top 12, top 15 guys, like it's my point production and my guys who know what to do. And like I said, they'll push the envelope and we'll go pretty good here.
Speaking of point production, Isaac Cooper, number 1 last season with 45 points. Tyler Culleton, second with 40. Will Cassou, third with 34. And Alex Ringhofer with 24, along with, you mentioned Braden Harwell, no longer with the team due to graduation. But your top 4 players return, and that's a handful of points right there.
Yeah, no, Coop is an amazing, talented player, and so is Culleton, so is Cass. I think Cassou had a great freshman year, so hopefully he doesn't hit that sophomore slump and he elevates a little more. Ringhofer, he's a goal scorer coming into his junior year. Culleton and Coop are both seniors. So they know the lay of the land here, and they know what I expect of them, and I think they have high expectations. And I'm pretty sure I'll have to go back and see the exact number of games just because of the way it ended, but Coop's on like a 20-game point streak still. Last time he didn't have a point was like our first game in the showcase last year, and then after that, he's had a point in every single game that we've played since then. So that's kind of, the fun little things. I know Culleton's creeping up high in the goals, points, all time for D3. I think Cassou, at the end of the day, he'll start to be up there. Ringhofer will be up there. So it's good to get, like I said, to get those guys back. And I think actually, other than Culleton, I still retain Cooper for 5th year, and I still got Will and Ringhofer and even guys like Carter Eifert. I've still got a lot of talent up and down the lineup, so like when these guys do move on, it's like I'm not scrambling to find a 30-goal scorer, 20-goal scorer. I've got guys that can fill that void already here.
Plus, you also, as we move into the goaltending side of things, you have 2 juniors in Espen Rieger and Barb Bialik, but then you have John Dillard and Isaac Tillman, and I don't know if it was Division III. I almost want to say it is, but you kind of started the trend of the 4 goaltenders, and Division I didn't really do that. They found out in the course of the season how important it is to have 4 goaltenders, where maybe you can answer this question. Do you feel hockey is turning that direction now with a 4 goaltender on a squad situation?
I mean, the goal is usually always 3. 3 is a very good number. 4, net can get crowded in practices, and it as a coach, it makes it a little harder to announce a starter and stuff like that. And just off topic real quick, Rieger is a senior. He is a senior, not a junior.
Okay.
So I've got senior, junior, sophomore. So we are set up very well. Espen doesn't know if he's going to do a 5th year, so I may have these same 4 next year. And I'm not going to say finding a goalie is a hot commodity for me in this offseason or this upcoming, recruiting, because even if I don't find a 4th goalie or something doesn't fall in our lap, I've still got Barr, Tillman, and Dillard all coming back too. But it's nice. The kids are great. Tilly and Dilly both, they kind of understand their roles. Hey, I got a couple upperclassmen here, so they're going to get games here and there, but they're a tight-knit 4 musketeers there too. Whether it's road trips or off ice or anything, they're always together, as goalies usually are.
Well, last season, the combined goals against average for all 4, 2.39, under 3. That's phenomenal for a 4 goalie setup.
Yeah, and they all play the same position, but they all play a little differently, right?
Sure.
Rieger's smaller. He's quickness, right? Like he moves really well. Barr's a big body, so he takes up net. Tillman's desperation saves. It's unbelievable to watch because you're like, oh, this is a sure goal, and then all of a sudden here he comes flying across with a glove or a stick and makes great saves. And Dillard's the same way. He's just fundamentally solid and sound. So even though they all played the same position, they all played a little differently. But no, last year goaltending wise, even in some of those games we lost, it was by a goal or two. Or we score one. Nebraska scored two. We lose to Arkansas 3-1. We lose to Drury 3-1. So it's not like we were getting blown out. We, as the skaters, just didn't give them any goal support when they were doing their job, as good as we could ask them to do.
I was trying to figure out how I can word this, so bear with me when I word it this way. But we used to joke, at what point into the first period of the first minute is Missouri State going to take a penalty? And that has seemed to completely change over the course of the years. Obviously, going into your 10th season, you've been part of that. What have you done to kind of emphasize, guys, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but it's all about skating. It's all about the fundamentals and get away from the roughhousing like that.
Yeah, the game has changed, right? Like I'm not going to say it's less physical because it's not, but the game's changing in that aspect, right? Like whether it's, I think you have to be 14U now to even body check.
Yeah.
So, I'm not saying they're trying to take it out of the game, but it's got some weird scenarios like that. We'll just put it that way. But we're also not, we don't play we play fast. We'll play physical when we need to, but guys like Hansen and Osdek and Brock Gerhardt, they were big guys. So that was their MO. They played very, very physical. And sometimes, I don't want to say got out of hand because that's not the right thing, but sometimes they would just catch a kid too clean. I mean,
sure.
They're bigger, so I mean, last year or 2 years ago, we got to see the biggest hit in the world when Josh Hansen hit the other kid from Dordt that was 6'3", 220 versus 6'2", 220. But, I mean, we play physical when we need to, but getting rid of some of my guys that had a ton of penalties, I think, not this past season, but the season before, I graduated like 64% of my penalty minutes.
Sure.
So last year, we did a lot better job. I think one thing that helped too is even when we go out of town or even if it's here, the consistency in reffing, right? It may be a slash here, but it's not a slash when we go somewhere else. So the consistency I thought was a lot better last year. I thought we had good officials, everywhere we went and here at home. So the more we can stay out of the box, the better,
Absolutely. Well, this season, as you mentioned, will be your 10th season. It will also be the 25th anniversary of Missouri State hockey. Something that happened last season that I don't think has happened in the history of the ACHA, but both Division I and Division III won the award for community service from Missouri State.
Yeah, shout out to the D1 team and all they did with Warriors Journey and with Dimitri and everything else. And then, huge props to my guys, whether it was Special Olympics, Springfield Gymnastics, or Aquatics. They just stepped in and they did everything they could, They didn't fight anybody on it. It was, hey, let's go work a bowling tournament for Special Olympics. All right, I've got 20 guys showing up to help with things like that. So I thought that was a huge thing. And also reading to elementary schools. Had a lot of kids doing that as well. So I was super proud of them. I was super proud of the way both teams got recognized and the effort they put in and the effort that Tom and Ryan puts in with their team and the effort we put in with our team. So it was really cool to hear that whenever we went to the national coaches meeting this year.
Absolutely. I assume everybody's shooting for a second round.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we're going to be very involved this year with Special Olympics once again. And we'll be involved with Springfield Gymnastics, reading to the elementary kids. And this year I believe we will actually do the weekend specialty jerseys for Warriors Journey.
Very good, very good. Cody Blevins, head coach of the Missouri State Ice Bears Division III team. Cody, good luck this season, and we'll try not to make it 2 years between our next interviews.
Absolutely. Thanks, Steve.
Hey, thanks so much for doing this.
Bye.
That's Cody Blevins, head coach of Missouri State D3. We'll take a break. More hockey coming up.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
It's time to drop the puck on the second period. Here's Steve Casson.
Along with Scott Lutzke, he keeps us on the air. There's Scott. Yeah, he is pulling his head out because we have had all sorts of issues going on tonight. And Cam Bussin keeping us with some great camera work. And joining us in the booth is the Division I head coach and Tom Winkler. And we're getting ready for period number 2. Tom, I don't know if you go down and talk to anybody or what have you during intermissions of games that are not yours, but
I try to give those guys their space, let them do their thing. I was catching up with some friends and fans in the lobby.
We're underway in period number 2. The Ice Bears skate from the right to the left. From the left to the right, it'll be the Kansas Jayhawks. And quickly, here come the Jayhawks. They have a 2-on-2, bring it across the line. Drive comes in and a save. The rebound followed up and another save. The first shot by Harry Elbis, the rebound by John Finney, and both turned aside, but the Ice Bears. Right after 2 impressive saves, Missouri State impresses even more. Alex Ringhofer gets the first goal of the season for Missouri State. And yes, I did call the score, but you couldn't hear it with all the horn going off. But Missouri State does get the equalizer here. Shots are even up at 11. Goals are 1 apiece. And Ringhofer with it.
That was 2 big saves by Rieger and then a quick up, and he just went down the right side and just buried it right under the bar. What a shot.
That has got to be such a great feeling when you know your team can do that. 35 seconds into the period 2.
2-on-1 right away here.
And here they come again, looking to tie or to take the lead, and they do shoot it wide. Let's catch the call.
Assisted by number 26, Tyler Cullington. That's a Missouri State.
So Ringhofer and Cullington with the assists. Here come the Ice Bears. Shot in from the left side by Trevor Alexander is turned aside by Olson. But Missouri State came out quick before we can even get anything established, and it's a 1-1 game. Far side boards. Forrestal will back off. Kansas brings out a 3-on-2 into the zone. They get it established. Ice Bears do try to break it up. They do, as Will Cassou does. And Kansas will turn it right back in. Here is a drive that Rieger is able to stop on the initial shot by Rowan Vaughn. 18:15 to go in what has turned out to be a quick one here for Missouri State, who ends up taking the puck after 2 huge saves by Espen Rieger. And that's usually, Tom, the way it ends in hockey is, although they score here, does Kansas. Second effort shot, Nick Wollington will get the goal, and Kansas is back out on front. So Wollington will get his 3rd goal of the season.
Oh, got to pick up sticks in front of the net there.
Yeah, he had a great chance there. This one coming at 2:01 of the period. But I was just about
Kansas goal to number 6, Nick Wollington, assisted by number 21, Rowan Vaughn.
The assist will go to Vaughn.
Got to get the momentum back. That's a little bit of a momentum killer. The boys were flying to start this period.
And that's always tough, like we talked about, when you really want to get things going and then it gets disrupted. But that's the mark of a good team, right? A team that can turn around and get that momentum going after a little setback. Drive comes in by Redman, and it is covered up. And, you know, we can almost argue that that's what happened with Missouri State Division I, where you finally start to get things going after a period in where you get the first goal, which is great, and then you get a second goal, but then right after that, 7 seconds later.
It was, they got a 2-on-1 here.
We'll catch the 2-on-1 as Rieger makes the save on the initial shot.
Nice save. Way to play that.
Callahan, who got that shot. Good play by Rieger. But as I was saying, you know, in game one with Missouri State Division I, you know, 7 seconds later, they respond as the opposite team, McHenry. But then the Ice Bears turn around and get a couple of goals.
Yeah, but you know, it was really frustrating. We got that second goal, and we go for the guys come off, and the next line goes, and the first thing I say to him is, hey, listen, this is a big face-off after a goal. We've got the momentum. We have to be ready, and we go out and we got guys flat-footed and not moving, and the next thing you know, a little bit of a mix-up inside the blue line, and the puck ends up in the back of our net. And we've talked about those things, and again, it's still early learning process, but you don't want to lose the momentum, especially after we had worked so hard to get it and finally capitalize on an opportunity.
Speaking of opportunities, the Ice Bears are hoping to get an opportunity here. They have it behind the net, and it gets dislodged. Well, I guess I can ask you this, and I don't know if it's just too early in the season. Oh, yeah, we're on TV, by the way.
I've always been told I have the perfect face for radio, so you might want to get me on.
I've got the perfect face for radio, that's for sure. But, you know, one of the things that has not happened yet, and I don't know if it's a situation where it has yet to happen, but they're still using the little nipples and not drilling into the ice. Are they going to do that?
Apparently not, and I'll just let it go at that.
Okay.
Because yeah, there's been quite a few, and even in the exhibition games and in our game, where these nets are coming off way too easy.
Absolutely, because goaltenders love to push off.
They'll look for the advantage if they can.
Absolutely. So here's Will Cassou looking for an advantage here. He gets checked hard into the boards. Kansas, all of a sudden, after Missouri State's momentum, they're coming out to play. Ice Bears will have possession at center. So they tried to bring it across. It's intercepted, taken away by Blake Bowerly. It's sent into the zone. Good tip deflection up over the net as it was coming right towards it. Charlie Hager was able to do that, but that's also scary because if you deflect it and it goes the wrong way, you're going to be the guy who's getting yelled at. Puck taken by Missouri State. They bring it across the line. Feed over to the left side to Alexander. Off of his stick. 15:33 to go in the period. These same two teams tomorrow, 2 p.m. We'll have it for you right here on Web Sports Radio. And then 6 o'clock, Division I action. Missouri State 1-0 on the season. Here's another drive by Alexander as he goes to the bench. Puck is taken by the Ice Bears. Jumping on the ice now is Eddie Bossler. Puck flipped in the zone. Espen Rieger. Oh, what a play as he gets it out of harm's way from Huber, and it's out to center ice. Kansas, who already has 2 wins, and they were big earlier last Friday and Saturday against Drake, 11-1 and 9-2. So with these 2 goals here tonight, they've scored 22 goals in about 2 games and a half.
Wow. Who was their first opponent, Steve? Sorry?
Drake.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a crazy weekend. In fact, Rowan Vaughn had 5 goals in that game. Of course, Missouri State saw a player with 4 goals tonight, and Hunter Bolger.
Yeah, it was nice to see him get the rifle zoned in. He had been missing the net a little bit, but he was great tonight.
Coming in, looking behind the net, trying to get something going on was Vaughn, but then there's a player down, George Bullard, and I don't know if, I think he was trying to skate backwards. Scott, let's see if we have that one. And he was trying to, he did get hit. Oh, he did get hit.
That could be a major.
The officials
look like an elbow to the head.
Yeah, the officials are talking it over, but nothing as of yet.
I want to make sure I saw it right. Yeah. I think he kind of led. The head was a focal point of contact.
As you see, I don't know if the officials are just talking it over or if they are just waiting for things to happen. I'm going to grab over here, Scott. See if we can get a little bit of an issue that we have fixed here. Okay, that should work. So the officials apparently are not going to call anything.
I'd say we dodged the bullet on that. Feel a little lucky.
I would agree. So no penalty called in that situation. Oh boy, are we having all sorts of technical issues here tonight. Apologize for the issue with our broadcast for some strange reason.
I swear I didn't touch anything.
I want to blame it on first game jitters, but we had games last weekend and everything went well. Here come Kansas. Sent over to the far side, to the near side, towards the half boards, and here we go with Eddie Horrell. 3-on-2 for Missouri State. Right side drive by Williams, and it's covered up by Olson. I keep threatening to get a producer. I need a producer. Someone that can keep us on the air. Scott, now trust me, Scott does a great job, but when something here at the rink is not working right, Scott cannot help me. 13-12 to go in the period. Puck is flipped out to center. Grabbed by Charlie Hager. Nice pass to Tyler Culleton down the middle with a drive. And Olson will cover up that one too.
Maybe you need to get Scott back up here.
Okay, ever since we have figured out a way to remote things, and there's Scott right there.
Oh, I see him.
Yeah. Ever since we figured out a way to remote things, Scott has not been here. It's going on about 2.5, almost 3 years. But look, I get it. It's 2 hours away for him, so to drive
he does an amazing job, so we'll cut him some slack.
Absolutely. And right up the middle, open out in front. Oh, what a save. The Ice Bears had an open left-hand corner and just kind of skating with his head down, saying, what do I have to do? Is Carter Eifert. He had an open corner out in front. Or was that Culleton? Let's see. No, it was Eifert. Yeah, the trailer. So the Ice Bears, with 3 quick shots, still trail 2-1. Behind the net, the pressure continuing for Missouri State. Snapshot in, and that misses by Eifert. Now up the middle, and he couldn't grab. It'll go to Zach Zaccardi. He shoots in, tipped away. Taken by Hager. Charlie Hager for Missouri State. Intercepted by the Jayhawks. Oh, taken away by Ringhofer. Sent down in low. Culleton to chase. He has a check behind the net. Ice Bears still gain possession. All of a sudden, momentum switching for Missouri State now.
You need to stay hard on that forecheck. They've done a good job hemming him in.
Puck is cleared out to center. Here's Kansas. Drive in. Steered aside as Jackson Fischler gets it. Ice Bears outlet. Here's Cassou. Now right side. Cassou lost the handle on the puck. Ice Bears are changing, but they keep it in. Forstall. Nice play by Zach. He gets pushed. His fans react to that one. 11:20 to go in the period. Puck is flipped down behind the net in the Missouri State zone. Ice Bears trying to break out here. Can they do it? Sending it down is Hunter Finley, newest player for Missouri State. Puck chipped away off the stick of Siddons. Travis at the half boards, trying to work the puck. Goes behind the net to Finley. Finley gets hooked. He's able to get it off, and Alexander will bring it across. Quickly down for Isaac Cooper, leading scorer for Missouri State last season. Cooper with 26 goals, 45 points. Here come the Jayhawks. Good play. Reedman knocks his man off. That was Thompson Krugel. Wouldn't allow him to get a shot off.
Telegraph that pass. Got to get through.
Yeah, Ice Bears give the puck up.
Good job of hunting it back, though.
They have in a drive that comes in from Alexander, sails into the corner. Coming down to the halfway mark, 10 minutes left in period number 2. And Missouri State, who has not led in this hockey game, trailed 2-1. Oh, big hit. We're going to get a penalty on this one, though. It's an elbowing call assessed to Eddie Bossler. Take a look at this one here. Now that's the play earlier. See if we have a chance to see this one.
It's going to come across. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Little elbow. First power play. First penalty against Missouri State. And we are having all sorts of technical issues. Again, my apologies on that.
Short-handed opportunity, just missed the net.
.136 remaining in the power play. Line change for Missouri State. And a couple of players tussle at the Ice Bears bench. Now brought across the line. Into the zone for Huber. Huber has the puck chipped off of him. Goes behind the net. Out in front, they score! Rowan Vaughn picked up the loose puck behind the net. He may have banked it off the goaltender Rieger. It's a 3-1 lead for Kansas.
This kid's got a really good knack for the net. You say he had 5 goals last weekend?
5.
In one game?
Yeah, he banked
picked up his own. Did he get his rebound or did it go in off the initial play?
That's a good question. It's hard to see from that angle, but KU gets another goal here in the second period at 10:57. And Fawn will get it. So for Rowan Vaughn, that is his 6th goal already of the season.
Jayhawks goal to number 21, Rowan Vaughn, assisted by number 2, Harry Ives.
So 8:30 remaining, and it's a 3-1 lead for the Kansas Jayhawks. They're looking to go 3-0 on the season. And they bring it across offside. Shots now favor Kansas by a count of 21-20.
Now you got to worry about guys trying to do too much individually. Get back on the forecheck, have some good zone exits, build up your speed through the neutral zone, and grind out a couple goals here before the end of the period.
After the draw, picked up by Missouri State, and it will be John Hager. Now Hager out of harm's way. Missouri State on the backhander that is cleared by Isaac Cooper. Next goal is important as we get a delayed offside called here. But the next goal is important. Missouri State gets it. They're back within a goal. Kansas gets it, and they have a commanding 3-goal lead. Flipped out by Rieger. Now to Missouri State. They bring it across to Alexander once again. Behind to Will Cassou. Drive coming that is blocked. Ice Bears looking to center it through, nobody there on the far side. Chipped out to center. Ice Bears intercept. Alexander out of Highlands Ranch, Colorado. That allows Missouri State for a complete line change as they get it set up. They bring it across the line. Here is a drive by Aiden Dupner and a save by the goaltender, Ben Olsen.
Got to get a little more traffic in front of him. He's seeing everything right now. No moving screens, no bodies in front. Got to get to that dirty area.
Last year, Olsen in 7 games, 6-1, with a 2.41 goals against average, a .935 save percentage. Off the stick of Hager, all the way back in. Rieger will send it up quickly. Delayed offside. Ice Bears have a chance to move the puck, and they don't. Couldn't clear it in time. And getting hit from behind was Sprock. Krugel put the hit on him. We come back into the KU zone for Dupner. Far side, it'll go to Brett Siddons. 2 goals, 4 points for Siddons, or actually 4 assists. 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points. 6:14 remaining. Puck chip off the stick of Zaccardi. He lies flat on the ice, able to deflect the puck away. Got a skate in his side for his efforts there. Now Zaccardi almost got away with a hold. Puck to the back of the net. Taken away by Zaccardi. Can he clear it? Yes, it gets past and down, and chasing it is Adam Sprock. Sprock in the KU zone, waiting for some help. 5:33 to go in the period. KU in with Vaughn. Intercepted by Missouri State. They bring it out of the zone across the line. And with 5:13 remaining and Missouri State trailing by 2, they have not led in this game. They have been tied as we get a puck flipped up and out. Now at 6:10, Travis Breyer, his first. In the second period, Ringhofer makes it 1-1, his first. That's at 35 seconds. Then at 2:01, Woolington gets his third. And at 10:57, Vaughn with his sixth. Here come KU. Across the line, breaking free is Vaughn, and it goes behind the net. Chips it into the near side boards. Off of Callahan. Goes behind the net. Now Vaughn off the back of the net. Finley.
Oh, nice exit, nice exit.
Went to Culleton. Now cross ice. Here's a drive in by Ringhofer. Held on to by the goaltender Olsen. And like
good
you
quick
say,
up, good exit, good quick up, good shot. A little bit, get somebody going hard to that net again.
Yeah,
nice
I think
play.
2 things, correct me if I'm wrong, but 1, get the goaltender moving and some quick breakouts.
Yep, some good zone exits, and again, this is a big goaltender, so you got to create some havoc in front of him. There needs to be traffic and guys going hard to the net.
KU brings a 2-on-3 into the zone. Work to Hager. Looking out in front is Reedman. Now coming in is Cassou to check through. Cleared out by Isaac Cooper out of Weldon Spring, Missouri. Cooper last year, 29 games, 26 goals, 19 assists, averaging over 1.5 points a game.
He definitely has a knack for the net.
Near side, Ice Bears now with Alexander. Looking to try to get something established up front. They're all perimeter right now. Missouri State do get at the point, and a drive comes in,
go.
Tipped out in front.
Good low to high, good shot, traffic in front, nice play.
Puck cleared out to center. Ice Bears try to move the puck. They do. Bringing it across is Kasu. Behind the net now, centered it out, blocked as the Ice Bears get a line change. Puck is cleared out to center. Here come the Jayhawks, 2-on-1. In fact, a drive that misses by Breyer. I take that back. That's two. That's Harry Ibis.
2-on-1.
The other 2-on-1, as you say, for Missouri State. Cooper looks for the
Nice
shot
play.
in front and a save. Missouri State is getting the traffic in front. They are getting the breaks now too, but still they trail 3-1.
Oh, big hit. Nice hit.
Down on the ice is Zach Zladakis.
KU returns the favor.
Puck shot in the Missouri State zone. 2:40 to go. Puck is flipped out. Coming up. Second period intermission. We'll talk to Tyler Culleton. Puck is flipped out to center. Missouri State will set it up. Charlie Hager will bring it in. The defenseman out of Arnold, Missouri. Underneath the stick of Jacob Cohen. Cleared out in front of the Missouri State bench. And Kansas will bring it in. Left to right, across the line, into the zone. Here is Callahan, and we have a whistle for the stoppage in play.
Nice drive, nice save by Rieger.
2:05 to go in the period. Espen Rieger last season had a 2.62 goals against average and a .918 save percentage. He was 12-3-2 last season. Finley off the boards. Culleton couldn't get there in time. Delayed offside as Culleton's in the zone. He clears. Now into the Missouri State zone. Here is Krugel. Drive comes in, deflects off the stick of Forstall. Comes the other way, too far for Ringhofer to catch, and we get an icing call.
Great idea, just a little too hard. They're starting to put some pressure on last good minutes for the boys.
1:32 remaining in this period. Shots now favor Missouri State, 23-22. KU wins the draw again. Behind the net, Siddons. Right side, and it goes off the stick of Daniel Ignatchev. Missouri State, they get onside. Racing it is Carter Eifert. Into the corner. Ice Bears will send it back in, and they go for a full sail change. Less than a minute to go in period number 2.
Oh, big turnover.
Puck stolen, taken right out in front on the backhander by Cooper. Nobody there. We come the other way. Driving it down is Braden Shuri. Shuri's pass is kept in though, but the Ice Bears should have possession here. 40 seconds left. Here's an outlet pass. So it goes to Cooper. Cooper with some help out in front. Couldn't connect with Alexander. 29 seconds. KU in offside.
Really strong last 5 minutes here. Good momentum to carry into the third period for the boys.
2-goal lead, worst lead in hockey. Now you get a quick one here. It's a different contest.
Yep.
Still a lot of time, 25.9. Oh, but KU wins the draw. And a good save by Rieger on the shot by Ebbs, and the puck is cleared out to center ice with 11 seconds remaining. Ice Bears steal. Well, Cooper couldn't bring it in. Now with 5. Here's a last shot in as the buzzer sounds. But Missouri State trails in this game as there are 3 goals in the period. After Ringhofer made it a 1-1 game, 2 goals. Wollington and Vaughn, and it's 3-1 after the second period. Shots even up at 23 apiece.
They finished up strong. Some good momentum going into the third, and get a quick one and turn the tides here.
Shots even down the line, 10 in the first period, 13 in the second period. And you see the scoring there. In the first, Breyer, and then Ringhofer, Wollington, and Vaughn. Power plays. I need to double check if that last goal was a power play goal. I'll trust you, Scott, on that. So that means KU 1 for 1. Missouri State, I believe, is, yeah, there's only been 2 penalties. They have to be 0 for 1 with the man advantage. Okay, we're up to date on the stats there. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we will talk with Tyler Culleton in just a moment. Missouri State trails by 2 after 2 periods of play.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
We're back at Brightspeed Ice Park. Steve Casson now with, can we call you the Iron Man? Tyler Culleton. You still have that streak going, and that is an impressive feat, by the way. The longest one, I believe, in Division III.
Yeah, I think the Iron Man, I'll accept that nickname.
There you go. And it's one of those things that, I mean, you can argue as much as you want that hockey is a very strenuous sport. Injuries happen, things like that happen. You've been able to get past all of that. What do you do to be able to just keep on playing?
Think away from the rink. I try to keep my body healthy. Recovery is really important. Stretching out, before, after games, before, after practices. Just the little things to keep myself healthy and make sure I can play at the end of the week.
And the thing, too, is that, I mean, you're not one of those guys that you just skate away from all the action and nobody hits you. You get in there. You're rough and tumble.
Yeah, I think it's always been a part of my game, and there's no reason for me to scare away from that kind of stuff.
What's it like to, well, you play on a line, and you've actually been substituted in with a couple of other players before, too, but you play in a line that's high scoring. That obviously helps you in a way.
Yeah, my line mates make it easy. We work very well with each other, and it's always easier to play the game in the offensive zone rather than the defensive. So,
absolutely. Missouri State is a team that is no stranger, at least in the past 5 years, to postseason, and we've talked about it in other interviews. Unfortunately, last year, technically you made nationals, but because of auto bids, you weren't there. Personally, for you, what did that feel like?
It stung. It left a bad taste, I think, not only in my mouth, but the rest of the team. And it's just going to fuel the fire for this year to get back there and do everything we can so that auto bids don't even matter.
Way back when, we probably talked about this, but it's been a while. for folks that may have not heard your previous interviews, why originally did you choose Missouri State?
It's close to home, close enough, but also far enough. And, you know, they offered the program I wanted. You know, school comes first, and then having a great hockey program as well was a good draw for me.
Speaking of school, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Chiropractor. Gonna crack some backs.
There you go. I tell you what, I go as many times as I can to my chiropractor. Best thing in the world. Absolutely the best thing in the world. What if someone was listening right now and said, well, they're, you know, whatever, you fill in the blank with whatever somebody might think of a chiropractor. What would you say to change their mind?
I think, you know, just as in every profession, there's good ones and there's bad ones, right? So I think doing their own research, you know, finding a chiropractor who actually cares, because, you know, there's lazy ones out there and they give chiropractors a bad rep. But it's about caring, and at the end of the day, chiropractors are there to help you and help your body. You know, take it from the Iron Man, they work.
See, that is a very good point, because I'm sure you get regular services and things too, so
yeah.
It's got to help in that respect. But chiropractic is more than just cracking your back. I mean, there's a lot of things that are involved in it.
Right. Yeah, it's more the realignment of your spine and, you know, other joint work. You know, it goes further than just the spine. I'm obviously not fully studying chiropractic yet. I've got 3 more years of school after this year. So, but yeah, there's a lot more that goes into it than just cracking the back.
Has hockey always been your favorite sport?
Yeah, as long as I can remember. I've been playing since I was 3 years old, and pretty much was in a rink all the time growing up.
Do you remember the first time you got on the rink? Or on the ice in a rink?
First time I remember was at the outdoor rink in Forest Park. I was with my parents, and, you know, there could have been other times before that, but the first one I remember is that one, and skating back and forth between my parents with their help. And so, yeah, that's the memory I have of it.
Obviously, when you get on the ice for the first time, you're not that high above the ground, so if you fall, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, you know, falling's part of it. I still fall to this day, so it wasn't something that was going to scare me away.
Tyler Culleton joining us of Missouri State. So last season you were number 2 in scoring. Isaac Cooper, who I believe still has a scoring streak going on, averaging about 1.5 points. You were averaging about 1.25 points. Do points matter?
Yes and no. You know, you love to get them. For me, it's less personal, and it's more what I can do for the team. You know, whether it's me scoring or somebody else, whatever gets the team a win is kind of what matters at the end of the day.
Okay, now last year, 31 penalty minutes.
Yeah.
You, I know you try not to be a rough guy, but I mean, you'll stand up for yourself, right?
Of course, you have to. I mean, one of those was a 10-minute misconduct for me getting jumped and punching a guy back. So
sure.
Yeah, just standing up for myself, standing up for teammates when I can.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I have 2 brothers, one older, one younger.
Do they play hockey at all?
They did. They used to. My older brother played juniors up in Canada and in the North American Hockey League. He's done now. He's through college. And then my younger brother played in high school, but he's more of a lacrosse guy. He's playing at the University of Indianapolis right now, playing Division II lacrosse. So.
Okay. Now, do they get a chance to come to your games at all?
They haven't in the past. Not very much. Just being busy with their own things. My brother's back from Canada where he was going to school, so hopefully he'll be able to make a few this year.
I'm sure you played other sports. One of the things that Wayne Gretzky said was not really to play hockey 24/7, to get out, play some other sports, back away from hockey for a little bit. Did you do things like that?
Yeah, I played lacrosse as well, which was a great crossover. When hockey season ended, lacrosse kind of started up. So I was doing something year-round, but it wasn't always hockey, and got me away from the rink for a little bit.
What is your favorite food?
Favorite food? That was a curveball after the last question. A good steak. I like steak. Or chicken and pasta, I think.
Now, I would assume those are probably pre-game hockey meal food sometime, or is that just an everyday?
That's just kind of every day. I try and keep it a little lighter before the games. Maybe like a sandwich, something light. I don't like feeling heavy before I skate.
Sure. What do you, when you get done with hockey, are you going to stay around a little bit? I know you'll get into your job and chiropractic care, but any aspirations on maybe coaching or staying around, or is it just alumni games from now on?
I don't think I'm going to do any coaching, at least not for a while. Never know what the future holds. But, I'll try and stay on the ice when I can. I play roller hockey in the summer, so I'll keep up with that. So definitely still be around.
I believe you're from Arnold, Missouri?
I am, yes.
So who's your favorite NHL team?
The St. Louis Blues.
Who's your favorite NHL player?
Favorite NHL player? Honestly, after last season, Nathan Walker. He's plays a game similar to mine, isn't afraid to go into the dirty areas as a smaller guy. And as a bonus, he wears my number too.
There you go. And for folks who don't know, you wear 26. But speaking of being a smaller guy, is it an advantage or is it a disadvantage being your size?
I don't want to say a disadvantage. Everybody has their own battles. So, I just have to find a way to work past mine, and, I make up for the size with other parts of my game. And, other people can have a different excuse. They're bigger, it's harder for them to skate faster, but so everybody has their battles, and it's really just finding a way to fight yours.
When you first got to Missouri State, I'm sure there was other mentors that were on the team, but then now that you have kind of moved into that role, do you see the difference? Or is there a difference between when you first got here to now, the type of person you are?
I think a little bit. I've taken myself in more of a leadership role over the years. I had coming in as a freshman, I had good seniors guiding me through that. Jake Stewart, Zach Drummond, they were my team freshman year that went to nationals. I think without them, it's a different story. So, they taught me a lot about leading and, how to take over the room of guys and really get us to our goal.
What is one thing that you're going to take away from Missouri State hockey?
Just the memories. It's so far been the greatest 3 years ever, and looking forward to this fourth. Just the memories and the friends.
Question is, you're going to play a fifth?
I'm not. As I said, I got 3 years of chiropractic school, so can't push that off too much longer.
There you go. Hockey can only happen for so long, and then you've got to grow up, as we say, right?
Yeah.
Well, Tyler, at the end of interviews, I always wish players more goals, and it's funny because every time I talk to players, whether it's that I've mentioned that you're coming up as an interview, whether it's that same day or the next day, players usually score. So let's hope that
Let's try
continues.
and keep that going.
Yeah, we'll keep it going and get a couple of wins this weekend, and all will be well.
Absolutely.
Hey, Tyler, I appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you. That is Tyler Culleton of Missouri State. We'll take a break. Be back. More hockey coming up in a moment.
Tri-Lakes Marine started with Pat and Eric working out of the back of their service truck, repairing boats and keeping folks on the water. Today, Tri-Lakes Marine is the largest Yamaha outboard dealer in the state. At Tri-Lakes Marine, you will find in stock Yamaha outboards, G3 aluminum fishing boats, and a full lineup of Suncatcher pontoon boats. And Tri-Lakes Marine is still a full-service dealer with a complete Yamaha service center because maintenance matters. We take care of our customers. Check out our full lineup of boats and motors at Tri-Lakes Marine, 15 minutes south of Nixa on Highway 160.
This is what you're missing on Web Sports Radio in 30 seconds.
Well, Steve, you've probably had time to practice and learn and memorize the names of the new players, the numbers and all, and I'm just kind of coming here cold.
Dave, I am winging it. Joining me is Dan Lee. Dan, you're out of jail. Welcome.
I just happened to be coming by here to try to collect the $11.50 you owe me on our fantasy football league this year, and I still haven't got it.
I'm getting fingers, I'm getting points, I'm getting looks. Where's my director?
Hey, what are you trying to say? I haven't done this in a while? Is that what you're saying?
Basically.
Yeah, okay.
Well, new rule change. Everything's changed. They play hockey on feet now.
Oh, I guess that really didn't work too well, did it? It's Missouri State Hockey on websportsradio.com. Join us.
Let's head for the third period. Here's Steve Casson.
Along with Cam Bussin and great camera work, Scott Lutzke keeping us on the air. Scott, when did you get an Ice Bears shirt? I don't have one of those. Actually, I think I do have one. It's somewhere in the closet. We're ready to start period number 3. Tom Winkler had to do some other things. He said he may not return for period 3, so appreciate head coach of the Division I squad, Tom Winkler, joining us. But we are ready now for the third period. And quickly, it'll be the Ice Bears to get things into the zone to set things up. 1946 and underway here in period 3. Now the real question is, will this game be over before midnight? That's always been the vote here. We'll see what happens. Here's a break potential for Finney. He gets pulled off the play. Works out to center. Taken away by the Jayhawks. Daniel Ignatjev. Now to Landis. In for Finney. 19 to go in the period. These same two teams tomorrow, we will have it for you right here on Web Sports Radio at 2 p.m. Central Time, and then 6 p.m. it'll be Division I action. We hope that you'll tune in. Shots even up still at 23. We've not had one official on the board yet. Drive comes in. That sails wide after the shot by Huber. Icing will be the call here, so everyone stays out. $18.25 remains. First point of the season goes to Alex Ringhofer. Tyler Culleton with the assist, and that's the only goal for Missouri State, as we're going to get a penalty here. Okay, maybe not. Just a stoppage. Puck stays in the zone. Battle for it there. Good chip, and the Ice Bears have a 3-on-2 into the zone. They'll carry it with A backhander by Cooper, and then an initial shot going wide. Hitting at the near side boards. Forstel in there. Alexander, he fought along with Huber. Now the Ice Bears have it again. Up the middle, drive. It's blocked in front. Cooper had it. Was blocked in front by Ignatiev, and it's still a 3-1 game. Next goal is so important. The Ice Bears get it. They're back in this contest. Missouri State traditionally has been a good third period team. We'll see if they pull it off here. Cooper across the line to Alexander. Puck flipped to the line. And now into the zone. Vaughn already has 6 goals and an assist this season for him. Now the Ice Bears, snapshot by Williams, turned aside by Olsen. Olsen's a tall goaltender, listed at 6'1", 165. Backhander by Sadakis. The Ice Bears still looking to try to get some time in the zone. Williams. Several players falling down backwards as they try to get into position. We're going to see an icing here. 16:11 to go in the period. Icing will bring it back into the Kansas end of the ice. Take a look at what's coming up. More games after this. Tomorrow, Missouri State, Kansas, and then D1 with McKendree. The following weekend, single games. It'll be Drury. It'll be the Panthers and the Panthers. The Drury Panthers and the Davenport Panthers. Here's a blast in, missing high by Zaccardi. Tipped out in front, and a drive. They're going to wave it off as Cutter Eifert got the shot. It went past the goaltender Olsen, but immediately the whistle blew. So unfortunately, we cannot hear the whistle on this replay. But yeah, I don't believe he had it covered. I think that was a very quick whistle. Missouri State lost out on a goal there. Either way, it's still a 3-1 contest. See what happens here. Here is Shrewey with the puck, looking for the centering pass, cannot connect with Krugel. And it's out to center ice. Missouri State looking to get a goal here. Eifert, snap pass to Culleton with a backhander that missed wide. Once again, a drive-in, steered aside. Olsen racking up the saves now. 25 of 26. Here across the line, bring it back into the KU end of the ice. Chasing it for Missouri State is Will Kasu. Last season for Kasu, third in scoring, averaging 1.1 points per game. Delayed offside, the Ice Bears will clear the zone. Puck off a Forstel stick. Here might be a break. Landis, he shoots, and a save. Ice Bears roll it in again. Alexander's pass broken up. Turn the other way. Landis brings it in the zone, and it is held on to by Espen Rieger, the senior out of Foxborough, Massachusetts. Get a chance to speak to all the captains, or at least 3 of the 4. Jamison McGrath will be our next interviewee tomorrow, along with Zach Forrestal. Shot in, missing by Ibis. Puck up top. A bouncer that gets deflected out in front. They score. A bouncing puck came through, picking it up and getting his 7th goal of the season is Vaughn. Shot held in on the line, it bounced through. Here in the third period at 6:34. Seventh of the season. Puck comes back into the KUN for Rowan Vaughn.
Jayhawk goal at 13:26 in the third period for number 21, Rowan Vaughn. Assist to number 28, Travis Breyer, and number 2, Harry Ives.
Ives will get an assist. That is his second assist. No, that's his third, actually. He assisted on the first goal. Three assists for Ives tonight. Vaughn with 2 goals, his 6th and 7th. So we're going to see a penalty, as the initial penalty was called on Wollington. And 3 seconds later, Charlie Hager gets put in the box. So now, the Ice Bears power play that they had, which makes them now 0 for 2.
Nick Wollington, 2 minutes for tripping at 13:01. And for Missouri State, number 16, Charlie Hager, 2 minutes for hooking at 12:58.
And that is time on the clock, not elapsed time. Here's a breakout in front, getting a shot is Culleton, and it gets deflected wide. Behind the net, a drive after the rebound. Eifert is there. Now to Culleton. His shot deflects behind the net. Ice Bears push forward. So we talked about that last goal. Whoever gets the next one, it's going to be very important, and it went to Kansas. Delayed call coming up. Ice Bears get the goaltender out. Here is it touched up, and we will have a penalty assessed. So Missouri State will go on power play number 3. It's a cross check. Into the box for a fresh 2 minutes, Hudson Huber. A lot of ice out here, Missouri State with a 4-on-3.
2 minutes for checking from behind at 11:39.
So they're going to call it checking from behind. In 17 seconds, it will be still a 5-on-4 instead of a 4-on-3. Ice Bears work the play. Now behind the net is Cooper looking for the centering pass. It doesn't work. And now we have a power play for Missouri State with 1:14 remaining in that power play. Puck is cleared all the way down. We get an icing call. Now we're going to put it at center ice, apparently. Penalty coming up to Missouri State. 2 minutes to Horrell. Free penalty, 6 minutes. So we skate 4-on-4, and then it will be a short power play.
55. Jacob Horrell, 2 minutes for elbowing. Time, 10 minutes, 47 seconds.
So here is Bowerly, wearing number 3 tonight, normally wearing 14. Shot up high, missing, into the corner now. With 10:10 to go in the period, the rebound shot by Landis is covered up by Espen Rigger. 10:09 to go in the period. Missouri State trails by a count of 4-1. Travis Breyer and then Ringhofer for Missouri State in the second period at 35 seconds. Then Wellington and 2 by Vaughn. 1 in each period, the second and the third. Finley rolled his way through, checked off the play. We come the other way now, right to left for Blake Hearn. Missouri State with the interception. Here is Finley, he shoots in. Save, rebound to the far side. Power play now for 48 seconds. This is just number 2 with the way the coincidentals have been rolling. Now just number 2. For the Jayhawks. We'll bring it back in their own zone and set things up. Ives. Ice Bears had it for a moment. Here's Breyer with a goal to his credit this season. Now Bossler brings it in. 8:50 to go. In a 4-1 lead, we're down to coincidentals, or the penalties that is, we're skating 5-on-5 as the penalties have expired. In front of the KU bench, Ice Bears have it. Here's a pass out in front. Cooper scores! It's a 4-2 game as Isaac Cooper, with his first of the season, comes down, fakes the goaltender, goes to the left, and Olsen watches it go by here in the third period. 11:40 the time of the goal. So Cooper will get it as the Ice Bears were looking for more. It's now 4-2. Next goal obviously important too. Break it down, you have to get a goal every 4 minutes.
Goal to number 44, Isaac Cooper, assisted by number 37, Will Casson, and number 7, Colton Redmond. That's
so Redmond with the goal. Kasu with an assist. Now we're down to 7:27 of the clock rolling, and the Ice Bears looking to get another one here. They want to just go for a line change. They're happy with the face-off in the zone. Face-off in the Kansas zone. In to take the draw will be Shuri as he tried to win it from the Ice Bears' Jake Williams. We'll do this all again. This time it'll be McGrath. Ice Bears win. Shot is blocked. Where is it? Missouri State. Here is a drive missing wide by Hager. Charlie Hager. So there's two Hagers. There's John Hager and Charlie Hager. They are cousins. They are not brothers. Drive comes in, steered aside by Olson. Now dug out of the far side. Cahan gets it over to the left side as Krugel with a drive in. Rieger with the save. Puck is cleared out to center. Now we're getting down to nitty-gritty time. 6:30. Clock rolling. Need to get a quick one here. Ice Bears have to hold before getting it on into the zone. They would have been offside. Oh, puck stolen. Drive. Save. As Willington got the drive, the save is knocked into the corner after it went off the glove of Rieger. Oh, puck shot immediately in the Missouri State zone. Up in the bench, that is. 6:01 to go in the period. Missouri State leads in shots, 33-32. Battle at the half boards. Puck is dug out, taken by Reedman. Now moved in by Jackson Fisher. Getting down to 5:26 to go. Line change for Missouri State. They get one off. And we get a stoppage in play. And I think we will have a penalty and a holding call will be assessed. Holding to Siddons. Four penalties, 8 minutes for Kansas. 3 penalties, 6 minutes for Missouri State. So now this power play makes it the 4th for Missouri State. And boy, do they need one. A drive comes in by Cooper, and it gets deflected up into the corner. Ice Bears bring it in again. Here's a drive and a save. Rebound loose. It goes behind the net. As Forrestal had the opportunity in front. Looking for a wraparound was Hager. It didn't happen. Cross ice, Finley. Drop down in low to Cooper. Standing in front is Hager. Drive up high, missing. Cooper to chase. 1:13 to go. Missouri State trying to get close. They trail by 2. Finley, snap pass. Cooper, it's blocked. Cooper lost it. Finley keeps it in. Now to Kasu. He's checked by Huber. Kept it in to the Ice Bears, but they will have to reset as the puck squirts out. Missouri State will change. Into the corner. Now it's cleared by Hearn out to center ice. Missouri State with 40 seconds remaining in the power play. Chased down by Ringhofer. Ice Bears trail by 2. Going to have to go all the way down to their own end and set things back up. 29 seconds remaining in the power play. Shots 35-32 in favor of Missouri State. They do not lead in the scoreboard. Trailing by 2. Puck is out to center. Ice Bears snap it back in. Delayed offside. Puck cleared down. 5 seconds to go in the power play. Nothing to show for. In fact, no shots. Here across the line, Eifert with a drive. It gets deflected up and out of. Well, I thought it hit the netting. Apparently it's good. Eifert right out in front, and he couldn't get the shot off. Covered up by Olsen. 3:02 remains. Break it down. Goal every minute and a half. Missouri State is taking a timeout. Scott, we'll keep it local here, and we will take a quick timeout. We will be back. Ice Bears trail by 2. 3:02 to go.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created junk email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
Back at Brightspeed Ice Park. Steve Casson, Scott Lutzke, along with Cal Bussin, keeping the camera work going well. Cal, I have to confess, I had another donut.
Oh, I'm not surprised. It's all right. They're tempting.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have had it. But I was trying to deal with all the issues we were having. I think the gremlins have finally gotten out.
Well, that's good. It's good to hear.
So the final score, Missouri State falls by a count of 4-2. We'll quickly recap shots as they end up by a count of 39-38. So for Missouri State, they put 16 three-period total on goaltender Ben Olsen and 15 in a three-period total of 38 on Espen Rieger. Again, goals, as you see here, Breyer gets the first one in the first. In the second period, Ringhofer and then Wollington returns the favor. Vaughn gets his sixth and his seventh in the third, while Cooper then finishes things off at 11:40, and the final score 4-2. Power plays 0 for 4 for Missouri State and 1 for 2 for the Kansas Jayhawks. 4 penalties, 8 minutes for Kansas, 3 penalties, 6 minutes for Missouri State, and that is the final score of 4-2. These same two teams tomorrow, we will have it for you coming up at 2 p.m. Central Time. We'll be on the air at 1:30. And then Division I action, it'll be Missouri State and McKendree as you take a look at what we have going on for the remainder of September. And again, after this weekend, it'll be the Drury Panthers against Davenport, Panthers versus Panthers, single games that weekend. And then if you have October, Scott, as he's putting up the scores live. But there's our October schedule. Central Oklahoma, Division I, Bradley, Division I, and then the following weekend with Drury as Iowa State comes in. And I think that is Dallas Baptist will be coming in. Arizona State and Arkansas with the D1 and the D3 games, and the count of 4-2. Until tomorrow, good night, everyone.
You've been listening to Missouri State Ice Bears Hockey with your host, Steve Casson. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Ice Bears Hockey is a presentation of DS Sports Enterprises and WebSportsRadio.com.